Rebecca, and I'm going to teach you how to do straight line motion using integrals to find total distance traveled of particles. The first problem I'll show you is easy. The equation is v of t equals t cubed minus 6t minus 3 on the interval from 0 to 6. The first thing you do is set up the integral from 0 to 6 and then write the equation. After that, you set the equation equal to 0. To find the answer to that, you have to use your calculator, and you write the equation in y equals and then graph it. And since the look when the line crosses 0 from that integral, so you click second calc and then 2 for 0. And to find the left bound, you put it on the left of it and click enter. Then you have to find the right bound and click enter twice. And it's 0 at 2.669. The rest of it has to be in absolute value because you're finding the total distance. And first you do an absolute value integral from 0 to 2.669 because that's when it crosses the x-axis and changes direction. And then you write the equation. And then you have to add it to the rest of the line, so it'd be an integral from 2.669 to 6. And then you write the equation again. After this, to find that answer, you have to use your calculator again. And you click math, then 9 to get the integral. And then you have to type in the equation. So x cubed minus 6x minus 3, close the parentheses. Then you do comma x, comma 0, comma 2.669 and close the parentheses, and that answer is negative 16.691, but since it's absolute value it turns to positive 16.691. And then you do the same thing for the other integral, and that equals 214.69, and all you do is add that together and it equals 231.382. The next problem is a little bit harder, and the equation is v of t equals sine t minus cosine t on the interval of 0 to 2 pi. So it's the same idea as the first problem where you make an integral from 0 to 2 pi, and then you write the equation, sine of t minus cosine of t. Next, you set that equation to 0, so it'd be sine of t minus cosine of t equals 0. This part you have to do on the calculator, and you go to y equals, and you have to type in sine of x minus cosine of x. After that, you click graph, and since the interval is only from 0 to 2 pi, that's the only parts you have to look at. And you click second calc 0, which is 2, and you first do the left bound, and then you do right bound, and click enter twice, and it gets 0 at 0.78, and then you click second calc again to find the other 0, and you do the same thing, left bound and right bound, and click enter twice, and the other 0 is at 3.93. After this, you have to set it up into absolute value integrals. The first interval goes from 0 to 0.78, and then absolute value of sine t minus cosine t. And then you add that to the integral from 0.78 to 3.93. And then you write the equation again with the absolute value of sine t minus cosine t. And then you have to add that to the integral of 3.93 to 2 pi. And that's the absolute value of sine t minus cosine t. The next thing you do is with your calculator and you click Math 9, and then you type in the equation sine t minus cosine t, comma x, comma 0, comma 0.78, because that's where it crosses the x-axis, and that answer is negative 0.4142, and you put that in absolute value. And then you add that to the answer you get here, which you use your calculator again and click Math 9 and write the equation sine x minus cosine x, comma x, comma 0.78, comma 3.93, and close the parentheses. And that answer is 2.828. Just end it there. And that equals 5.656. This is an extension problem to try on your own. I helped you learn how to use integrals to find total distance traveled of particles.